2, 1. How y'all doing today? AC here again. I've got Lizard Girl.
Yes.
Kitty Cat Queen.
Kitty Queen.
Kitty Queen. So we had some fun last time shooting off rockets, Barbie rockets. If you didn't get to see that video, go back and take a look at that. But we had some extra engines left over, and we kind of thought, what else can we do with those? So looking around the house here, we found these
broken RC cars.
They're RC cars that we got for, what was it, not last Christmas, but the Christmas before last? Something like that.
We wasted $20 on these.
So when we got these, they were pretty cool. They didn't cost a lot, and they worked really well for about how long?
30 days.
30 days, yeah, if we were lucky. Maybe like 2 weeks they lasted, and then they just stopped working. Yours stopped working first. And then,
we had a bunch of problems. It's like, we wasted a bunch of money. Like, good money, like we could use to like buy on a Barbie, Beanie Boo, or Jurassic World stuff. We wasted it on this. But now we're gonna make them into rocket cars and make them explode.
Yeah, so we're gonna take some of our engines that we had left over from our Barbie rockets, and we're going to, I don't know, see what we can do with these things. So we're gonna turn this into a rocket car. And one of the challenges we have with these is it's a fairly short wheelbase, which means it's not much distance between the front wheels and the back wheels. We've got to work on some stability issues here. A little bit of an unknown how these things are going to react. Now, some of the things you have to worry about rocket cars are aerodynamics, which means how well does it cut through the wind.
Yes, wind needs to pass by, like, not to hit into the window, which makes it go, like, slower. But if it's like very smooth and thin, the air will go right on top of it, which makes it go way faster.
Right, so Jeeps are pretty much like bricks that are just flying through the air. Kitty Queen's Raptor is a little better. Probably's got a little better aerodynamics. Although I think for rockets, putting on these little cars, we're less worried about aerodynamics than we are about what I would call stability. So the stability in, is this thing going to go straight, or is it going to veer off and flip? Or is it going to take air? That's what's going to be our biggest concern. So we're going to have to design these things so that they grab the air, like Lizard Girl was saying, and push it down and keeps it from flying up in the air. The hardest thing is going to keep these things going straight because the rocket's got a lot of power. All right? And we're going to have to tame that. So we're going to do some different things to each one of these. I think what we're going to do to Lizard Girls, because this is so difficult to work with, we're probably going to take the top off and then maybe build some sort of a rocket car out of cardboard.
If you saw the watermelon video, that is cool.
Yes, the watermelon video was cool too. That's our very first video. So
I accidentally did a trick shot.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen that one, go back and take a look at that. All right, so Kitty Queen, you're a Ford F-150 Raptor. It's pretty aerodynamic. I think we might be able to work with this. I don't know. Maybe we'll go find an old 2-liter bottle or something, turn it into a moon buggy or something. So we're gonna come up with some different ideas for this. Okay, so we're gonna go try to make some cool rocket cars now.
Boom.
Okay, first thing is to take this thing off. Okay, so I've taken the top off here, discarded it. One of the things I'm gonna have to overcome is this steering up front here. You can see it's obviously designed to steer. And as my rocket's pushing this thing, if these wheels go like this, it's gonna turn and it will roll. But if I turn it backwards, I may be able to control the steering a little better if my rocket power is pushing it backwards. I think I'm going to get the best performance if I lead with these wheels. I made a little bit of an engine holder here, just paper towel tube curled up with some duct tape around it, put a little stop in the end so this engine only goes so far in. And this is an E engine. We're probably going to use a D engine on this, which is a little shorter, but this is what I'm using as my gauge. So when we put it in this car, I'm going to try to mount this engine more toward the center of gravity on this rather than back here, which, you know, might be able to work, but I'm going to try to put it up in here a little bit more. Makes a little sense to me. Instead of putting it just horizontal or parallel with the road, I'm going to kick it up a little bit at an angle. That'll just help, or maybe even keep the wheels in the ground a little bit more. And I've also got a little deflector in here, so it doesn't just burn up my front. It can actually deflect it out the bottom here. Okay, now I've put the motor mount in here. You can see it's kind of at an angle going down. I've got a little deflector in here again to hit that little shield, and when the ejector goes off, it usually shoots the parachute out. Again, I don't want it to burn up the car, so I got a deflector in there so it shoots it out the bottom. That's if it survives. Okay, here's the Ford F-150 Raptor. Now, we'd originally talked about just keeping the body on this one and trying to work with it with the rocket engine, but since the last vehicle, we realized that these things are steerable and they're going to be hard to try to keep stable, whereas the rear wheels are fixed. I'd rather go backwards like the other car. We're going to take the top off of this one too. Got this old bottle of Ripple. Let's see if we can do something with this. All right, here's my prototype so far. Looks pretty funky. I have to come up with some aerodynamics down there. Okay, so for this little buggy here, I just put the motor carriage on it. You can see again, it's at a slight angle from horizontal. This is my little blast deflector. So when the charge that goes off that normally would eject the parachute, it hits something, and again, it deflects it down this opening here so it doesn't blow up our buggy. And this is going to be like a little moon buggy here. So we've cut this out so it fits over this. Fits over the opening like so. We're going to have to put some reinforcing bars out of these down in here. Hold this thing on. It's going to get a little bit of a neat look, but essentially that's what it's got to do. That's going to help hold that thing in place. Otherwise, this plastic is a little flimsy. All right, Kitty Queen. What do we call your rocket car?
The flaming marshmallow.
Do you think it's gonna go farther than Lizard Girls?
No.
Let's put an engine in it and let's get going. So we're gonna use a C engine first, which is smaller. And if it survives, we are going to use a bigger one. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! So the flaming marshmallow survived, but it didn't go very far. What do you call this one?
Lizard Land Cruiser.
The Lizard Land Cruiser. Now it's time for the Lizard Land Cruiser. 3, 2, 1, go! How'd you do?
Very great. All the lizard paintings are still in shape. They don't even look like this has been launched yet. Look at
Okay. So far, Lizard Land Cruiser went further.
it.
The flaming marshmallow kind of flamed out. But we're gonna go put our we're gonna go put Inappropriate Ballerina Barbie on yours now. All right. Okay, now we're gonna use the big boy engine and Inappropriate Ballerina Barbie, who survived somewhat. Rocket Barbie is now going to see if she can survive
Okay.
the D engine. Okay, take 2 for the flaming marshmallow, this time with Inappropriate Ballerina Barbie sitting on top. In 3, 2, 1, launch! Whoa! Wow, we got some compression here.
Hey, some paint fell off.
He must have taken a nosedive. Ah.
No.
Probably.
You know. Hey.
This time with the big D engine.
The repair
This is
mission
going
will
to
be
be
much
watching.
The Lizard Land Cruiser, take 2 with the D-size engine. 3, 2, 1, go! Well, she survived.
Mine survived.
But she did some flippy doos.
Yay, the lizard survived!
So the Lizard Land Cruiser did suffer a little bit. The back tail fin came off. Hey, Kitty Queen, tell us about how the flaming marshmallow fared today. Got crinkled nose. Lizard Girl,
What?
yours wins the distance award. Kitty Queen, yours wins the Goodbye DIY award. Do you want to destroy it? All right, I'm gonna let you destroy it. Thanks for watching this episode of Goodbye DIY. Make sure to pay attention and see when our next video comes up. And we'll see you then. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye DIY.